Hello, and welcome back to Care Carving. Today, I'm making a kitchen utensil. On the bench today, we've got a solid piece of bird's eye maple. Now, for those who aren't familiar, bird's eye maple is a pattern that's found within some maple trees. It causes these, what they call bird's eyes, to form. It's almost like a bunch of small knots, if you will. They still aren't sure what causes it, but it looks really cool and it's gonna make for a very unique spreader. Just to take you back in time real quick, back when I started to learn wood carving, I went to this group with some gentlemen and one of them gave this piece of wood to me and challenged me to make a spreader. Now, it's been sitting in my stockpile ever since, but I figured today would be a good day to take it out and get to carving it. So, without any more chit chat, let's get to it. The first step in this project is to thin the blade of the spreader. Now, I'm doing this using a combination of my draw knife as well as my gouge and mallet, also with a little bit of help from my carving knife. Once the blade was significantly thinned down, I switched to my random orbital sander, not just to take the tool marks out, but also to finish thinning the blade. Once the main work on the blade was done, I moved on to the handle. I shaped it using my draw knife and carving knife and finished with the orbital sander. The reason I use the sander so much for this project is because this type of wood has a very irregular grain pattern. What that means for me as the wood carver is that as I get closer to the finished product, there can be lots of tear out, and I don't want to risk ruining my finished spreader. After the spreader was shaped to my liking, I did some small carving on the handle for a little added aesthetic value. With all this being done, I did the finish sanding, starting at 150 grit and working my way up to 1000 grit sandpaper. I sanded it up through the grits, rinsed it, and repeated until it was smooth even after washing it. And for the final step, putting on the finish. As usual, I used a food safe mineral oil, which really brought out the grain and put that finishing touch on this project. Look at that grain. Thanks for watching. That's it for this week's video. If you liked what you saw today, please make sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see on this channel in the future. Until next time, stay inspired, stay creative, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.